Well, I'd say, I mean, I think anytime you're playing well and you're playing good, I mean, I think any course will suit you. But this course is tricky. You have to hit it straight, and I think that's going to be the main key is how many opportunities you can give yourself off the tee to hit greens. Because once you hit on the greens, I think you can make some putts. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it is. It's been good couple months since I played a tournament, and you can only practice so much, and to get a true feel for what competition is like, you just have to get into it. So, I mean, there's definitely some unknowns for me coming into this week, but I feel the last couple days have gone pretty well, and so I feel pretty good about it. No, we didn't really work on anything crazy. It was just kind of continuing what we were working on at the end of last year, and kind of setting up what we wanted to work on the rest of the year, and just to, our goal is just to put myself in contention every week and chip away at Yanni's lead at #1 in the world. So that's kind of been the goal since the middle of last year. Yeah, it's kind of the goal that is in the back of your mind. It's not the one that you're not thinking about it walking down the first hole. It's one that you're thinking about at the end of the week. At the end, it's a big goal, and so for me, I have to put little goals before the big one. And so, I'd like to get there. I think it's pretty cool to be able to say that you're #1 in the world. Right at the end of the season, I put him away for 2 weeks, and I played a little tournament in December, and then kind of played sparingly here and there. But after the first of the year, I got back at it, practicing pretty regularly. I don't know. I think there's some other Americans that kind of they're the media stars. They always kind of get that attention, and so I think some of that takes away from me a little bit. So I don't feel like I'm the sole #1. I feel like there's a lot of other really good players that we kind of share it with, but I am getting to the point where I feel like I am kind of carrying the flag, and it's been cool that I've been able to kind of help out some of the younger players. They've asked me a lot of questions, some of the rookies, about kind of what advice I had for them, and so it's kind of just interesting how my role has changed over these last few years.
So you're feeling like a veteran now?
I am, I guess. Getting older, it's kind of crazy. I think for me, I think I'd rather be under the radar, just because I've always played that way. I've never been the one that everybody's talked about right away. I just kind of sneak in there and seem to play well, and so I'm more comfortable in that role. But I would also like it, if people would talk about me too. Yeah, no, that's part of it. I don't know, I guess it's women's golf versus men's golf, and I'm not Michelle Wie. So but that's the way it is, and I get that, and I'm fine with that. It just motivates me more. So everybody just keeps giving me more motivation. So why not? It's obviously very different from Royal Melbourne. It's tree lined. There's a lot of tricky tee shots that, especially kind of on the back nines. There's some long par fours that you can hit in the trees pretty quickly. So I think driving the ball straight is the key, and then from there, I think if you hit in the fairway, you got a pretty good chance at hitting the green. So it's going to be a putting contest from there. I think you'll have days. I think you'll see some really low scores, and then everybody else will kind of be pretty bunched up. I think it's a course that you're driving. If you drive it well, you hit every fairway, you're going to score well. You can hit a couple squirrely drives, and you can make some bogeys pretty quick. So I think you'll see some really good scores, and then kind of everybody else bunched together.